Did you know that in Florida there are more than 400 municipal governments? Ever wonder how those city governments came into existence or what exactly they do and who's running the show? In this video, we'll dive into Florida's municipal governments, exploring how they are created, how they function, and how they serve the needs of their residents. From the mayor's office to the city council chambers, from public works to law enforcement, every aspect of municipal government plays a vital role in shaping the lives of their residents. So, what is municipal government or a municipality? It is the collective word used for cities, towns, and villages, which are local governments. In Florida, there is no legal difference between the three types, and each community picks which one it wants when it begins the process of making the new municipality. For our purposes today, let's use the term cities. Are you ready to start? A city is a community run by the people who live there. Cities are considered public corporations, like businesses. They provide services, but the public is in charge. In Florida, cities are optional. So why do we have them? Let's say a group of neighbors all decide they want more services than they have now, like a shared water system or fire department. If the state government approves the community's study, the voters within the community then holds an election, and if it passes, the community becomes a city. When you form a city, you elect a handful of city officials, sometimes as little as 3, but usually 5 or 7. The city officials are called commissioners or council members, and the leader of the group is generally called the mayor. We'll talk more about the elected body later. The city's residents then decide which services they want and include them in the charter. A city's charter is like a constitution or a social contract between the people and the government. Every city in Florida has one, and it can be only changed by the residents, not the elected officials. How are cities funded? That's where local government taxes and user fees come in. Local governments have the authority to use some very specific taxes through Florida's Constitution and state laws. One example is the property tax, which is what homeowners and businesses pay based on the value of the property they own. It's based on something called the millage rate. Millage rate is a Latin word that means thousand. When it comes to property taxes, 1 mil is 0.001 or 1/1000. So if a property is valued at $100,000 and you multiply it by 0.001, the property tax amount would be $100. The city council or commission will vote each year on the millage rate. It is based on things like what is the valuation of the properties within the city, has growth occurred or not in the past year, how many people receive services, how much do the services cost. Questions like this are considered so that everyone pays their fair share for all the city provides. Cities can also charge user fees for services such as water, garbage pickup, or tennis lessons. The money that is brought in from the property taxes and user fees pays for city services, which are designed to enhance the quality of life of the city's residents. City services can generally be split into 3 categories: public safety, public services, and public transportation. For starters, let's look at public safety. Your city government has a commitment to its citizens to provide a safe, threat-free environment in which to live and work. This might include police protection, fire protection, building inspection, code enforcement, or animal control. Next, public services refer to essential amenities and facilities to meet the basic needs of the city. Public services often include things like parks and recreation, water supply and distribution, solid waste collection, wastewater treatment, libraries, or cemeteries. The third city services category is transportation. This city service has many different components, including transit, parking, bicycle paths, or the construction and maintenance of roads within a city. Cities can provide as many or as few services as the residents want. The people bring their needs to their city council or commission. Speaking of the city council or commission, let's dive into the different forms of local government. In Florida, there are 3 main forms of local government: council weak mayor, council strong mayor, and council manager form. In the council weak mayor form of government, the council holds collective power. The mayor's powers are equal to, but not greater than those of the council. In the council's strong mayor form of government, there is a distinct division of powers between the council and the mayor. The mayor holds special powers like administrative power to manage day-to-day activities. The words weak mayor and strong mayor are used to describe the mayor's written authority per the city's charter. These words do not apply to the mayor as a person. In the council-manager form of government, the council holds collective power. The position of mayor is more ceremonial, and authority is little, if any, greater than that of the council. In this form, a city manager is hired by the council to oversee the administration of the city. The manager reports directly to the city. This form of government is the most used in Florida. Now, each city can mix and match these styles to fit its needs. No one size fits all here. When it comes to making decisions, we have discussed that decisions are made by the people of a city. This is a power that all cities have, called home rule. Home rule grants cities and counties the right to make their own decisions locally without going to the state for permission. Local decision-making is essential to cities. With local decision-making, every voice has the power to make a difference in their community. What works for Miami or Jacksonville may not work for Caryville or Weston, and that is okay. Florida is a diverse state with over 400 cities. These cities have different people, different geography, and different needs. City government is the government closest to the people. Elected officials and their staff are the best equipped to respond to and make decisions about the cities they serve. The purpose of municipal government is and always has been to provide for and protect the citizens within that community.